Hello everyone and welcome back to Piano Secrets. In this video I will be teaching you how to play Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata third movement. The first thing that you should know is the scales and chords that we're going to be using. The first scale is the C sharp minor scale and it's like this. Your first chord is going to be C sharp minor, like this, C sharp, E, G sharp. And what he's gonna do is bring all these notes below. So we're gonna have here those. We're gonna place the right hand, and then what we do is double up G sharp. G sharp is here, we bring it here, and we have his first chord. The song starts like this. Now he's gonna go all through the inversions in this, and then he's gonna flip it. That means he's gonna do C, E, G sharp, C sharp. And again, he's gonna flip it, E, G sharp, C sharp, E. And then he's back to the one he started, an octave higher. Next one. And then he gets to the top. So it's important that you think technically to resolve this and all of these arpeggios. You think on the movements of the hand. When we play these chords, you can tell that I went down on this one. I'm gonna go up and down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Each time I do that. So when I break them, it's very important that the thumb plays down and then all three notes are up. Down, up. Okay, so the thumb plays down and all three notes afterwards play up. Down, up. Down, up. Down, up. Each time. So that's the first movement you should understand very well, and you could practice just thinking on that. After that, after you have the down, up movement, you're gonna take a look at the length of the fingers and you're gonna say the first finger is shorter, the fifth finger is also shorter. So that means when they're smaller fingers, you go in. So we're gonna do in, out, out, in, out, in, and so forth. This one could play a little bit outside because the key is a Y key. So we have the same thing, in, out, in, and we continue the same manner. So those two movements have to be right, combine them, and then there's one last thing to get us to play it very quickly, which is the rotation. So if you have G sharp and G sharp, you can tell that I cannot play this G sharp and play this one without moving. I will have to go towards this. So there is a rotation. What we have to do is gradually do the rotation like this, but add the C sharp to it, and then we just add the E in between. And we get the speed. Now, all there is to the C sharp minor chord is add the C sharp below, and I show you how to put it together very slowly. So we have C sharp, together, together, together. Every other note. When you get to the forzando here, you could take a pause before it. So if you're coming, and piano on the second note. When he wrote forzando in one note, that means right after it's gonna be lighter than the forzando. Next thing is to play in reference to the beat. So we're gonna play like this. Okay, to get the speed, you will have to master the down up, like I mentioned, the in and out, and the rotation together to get this. Okay, so know your scale, know your chord, and technically all of this can be solved on the same manner. Next one, what we do from here, if we have this, now we're going to do this, move these two notes, and what you have to think is this is found on the scale, is this chord. It's that G sharp major. If we bring it all the way down here, that's the same technique. He add the G sharp, and now he moves this the same way. Okay, one more time slowly. He takes every other note all the time. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. So we have first one like this, second one like this, and now we're gonna add one more, this. And this chord is easy to understand. If you have the C sharp minor chord, you raise the third, you get the major chord, so it's C sharp major. He brings it up here, he adds a B in the bass, that will be a C sharp 7 with this B. And then he ran it the same way, so we have this now, these chords. Okay, so I'm going to do all three, just right hand for now, from the beginning. Always remember, it's important that you do the down up movement. Chord, we move down up all the time, in and out, smaller fingers play in, longer fingers play out. Forzando, we go to C sharp, same technique. And chord. Okay, make sure you got all those notes right. And now we're gonna do a little bit the left hand. So we have C sharp on the first one and G sharp. Forzando. We lower this to C. Forzando, B. Then we're gonna get to A. All together, if you combine all three movements, the down up and the in and out and the rotation, you could get it to this speed. Then we're gonna go to A. Now it's important that all that plus an accent on the beat, we're counting 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We get to A now. So, but this chord, we're gonna take it from the 4th chord of the scale. So we have this. That that is the chord that we have, the F sharp minor. And if we bring this chord here at the C sharp below, we have the same. So we have the A here, and if I play before this passage, so you just run this up, rotate on the 5th finger and back. It helps you that he repeats this note, and then it's just adding the middle note. Okay, chord, you could see it here, 4th chord of the scale. Okay, and then we play it. I think this is easier than at the beginning because the same technique is applied here. Down, up, down, up, down, up. So when you play it, down on the first one, up, down again on the first one, okay? In, we stay inside, we don't go out much, a little bit only on the 2 fingers on the inside. Then we add rotation, and you have the whole passage. Then here we go to an A7, you can see here. Again, it comes from the scale. A7, it has an interval, a diminished dissonant here, but he brings these 3 notes, plays them here, adds C sharp to it, and have this, same technique from before. And we change here, so same chord, and back to this chord. Flipped on the inversions. Okay, depending on your level, you might have trouble coordinating the hands. It's always every other note, so every other note. If I do this one slower, matches on the second one doesn't. The reason I do a pause there because he did a forzando and he said forte again. It's true that you should emphasize a little bit of those notes that matches the beat. Okay, so emphasize it there a little bit. So when you go quick, it helps to maintain the rhythm. Okay, now here it's gonna change. So when I say I study the line a little bit and I say G, I have to bring that up somehow. I could bring it with both hands together. Crescendo and release. Crescendo. Then all he does is add a G on the top. So he moves that around. If we move like this, that means rotation. So we have this. Increase the melody. Clearly hear it. And then together. Okay, for the right hand only, rotation from one key to another one, very simple, each time. See, I'm rotating. Together. Release, increase. increase. So I like very much putting the fourth finger here, sometimes the fifth, it depends. For the whole passage I keep the fourth. Important to put one here. For my hand, those fingers work very well. It depends on your hand. You might have to put fifth finger on the top. So we have a forzando again, and we should pause a little bit and we go back to piano. We do the same thing. The only thing is here we extend it. And we go to the next octave, so it changes here. And same technique. There's a rotation here. Forzando, and we have an E diminished with an A sharp on the bass. Same technique for this. We're going to resolve to D sharp 7 to here. And you have the two chords together. So diminish, matches them the same way. Notice that you have to exaggerate a little bit more this than the other one. Forzando, and we go to all black keys. Then the second theme is gonna come in. Now it's important here, when you have this chord, D sharp 7, you make sure, because they are all black keys, it's okay if you put flat fingers in it, because always the black key area you should play a little bit more flat and not like this. The reason is if it's too much pointing towards curved fingers, then you might fall, but if it's more like this, you can't fall. Then the second theme is gonna come up. So we have this now. Every other note, in, out. I hope this video was helpful, and if you enjoyed it, subscribe. Thank you very much.